You ready? Alright. Let's say a guy named Roger is attracted to a woman named Elaine. He asks her out to a movie. She accepts. They have a pretty good time. A few nights later, he asks her out to dinner. And again, they enjoy themselves. They continue to see each other regularly, and after a while, neither of them has been seeing anybody else. And then, one evening, when they are driving home, a thought occurs to Elaine, and without really thinking, she says it aloud.
Do you realize that as of tonight, we've been seeing each other for exactly 6 months?
And then there is silence in the car. To Elaine, it seems like a very loud silence. She thinks to herself,
Geez, I wonder if it bothers him that I said that. Maybe he's been feeling confined by our relationship and maybe thinks I'm trying to push him into some kind of obligation that he doesn't want or isn't sure of.
and Roger is thinking,
Gosh, 6 months.
and Elaine is thinking,
But hey, I'm not so sure this kind of relationship, some kind of obligation that he doesn't want or isn't sure of either. Sometimes I wish I had a little more space so I'd have time to think about whether I really want us to keep going the way we are, moving steadily toward, where are we going? Are we just going to keep seeing each other at this level of intimacy? Are we heading toward marriage, toward children, toward a lifetime together? Am I ready for that level of commitment? Do I really even know this person?
and Roger is thinking,
So that means it was, let's see, February when we started going out, which was right after I had the car at the dealer's, which means, let me check the odometer. Oh, whoa, I'm way overdue on the oil change here.
and Elaine is thinking,
He's upset. I can see it on his face. Maybe I'm reading this completely wrong. Maybe he wants more from our relationship, more intimacy, more commitment. Maybe he has sensed, even before I sensed it, that I was feeling some reservations. Yes, I bet that's it. That's why he's so reluctant to say anything about his own feelings. He's afraid of being rejected.
and Roger is thinking,
I'm gonna have him look at the transmission again. I don't care what those morons say. It's like it's not shifting right. And they better not try to blame it on the cold weather out here. What cold weather? It's 87 degrees out. This thing is shifting like a damn garbage truck. I paid those incompetent thieves $600.
He's angry, and I don't blame him. I'd be angry too. God, I feel so guilty putting him through this. I can't help the way I feel. I'm just not sure.
and Roger is thinking,
They'll probably say it's a 90-day warranty. That's exactly what they're gonna say, the scumballs.
and Elaine is thinking,
Maybe I'm just too idealistic, waiting for a knight to come riding up on his white horse when I'm sitting right next to a perfectly good person, a person I enjoy being with, a person I truly do care about, a person who seems to truly care about me, a person who is in pain because of my self-centered schoolgirl romantic fantasy.
and Roger is thinking,
Warranty? They want a warranty? I'll give them a damn warranty. I'll take their warranty and stick it right up their...
Roger,
Elaine said aloud.
What?
please don't torture yourself like this.
She says, her eyes beginning to brim with tears.
Maybe I should never have... Oh, I feel so...
She breaks down sobbing.
What?
Says Roger.
I'm such a fool.
Elaine sobs.
I know there's no knight. I really know that. It's silly. There's no knight and there's no horse.
There's no horse?
Says Roger.
You think I'm a fool, don't you?
Elaine says.
Oh.
Says Roger. Glad to finally know the correct answer.
It's just that I need some time.
Elaine says. There's a 15-second pause while Roger, thinking as fast as he can, tries to come up with a safe response. Finally, he comes up with one and that he thinks might work.
Yes.
He says. Elaine,
Roger.
deeply moved, touches his hand.
Roger, do you really feel that way?
She says.
What way?
Says Roger.
That way about time.
Says Elaine.
Oh. Yeah.
Elaine turns to face him and gazes deeply into his eyes, causing him to become very nervous about what she might say next, especially if it involves a horse. At last she speaks.
Thank you, Roger.
She says.
Thank you.
Says Roger. Then he takes her home, and she lies on her bed, conflicted, tortured soul, and weeps until dawn. Whereas, when Roger gets back to his place, he opens a bag of Doritos, turns on the TV, and immediately becomes deeply involved in a rerun of tennis match between two Czechoslovakians he's never heard of. A tiny voice in the far recess of his mind tells him that something major was going on back there in the car. But he is pretty sure that there's no way he could have ever understood what, and so he figured that it's better that he doesn't even think about it. This is also Roger's policy regarding world hunger. The next day, Elaine will call her closest friends, or perhaps two of them, and they will talk about their situation for 6 straight hours. In painstaking detail, they will analyze everything she said and everything he said, going over it every time and time again, exploring every word, expression, gesture for nuances of meaning, considering every possible ramification. They will continue to discuss this subject off and on for weeks, maybe months, never reaching any definite conclusions, but never getting bored of it either. Meanwhile, Roger, while playing racquetball one day with a mutual friend of his and Elaine's, will pause just before serving, frown, and say,
Norm, did Elaine ever own a horse?